What's up, everybody? Brett here, back today playing some more Battle Brothers. Guys, I got a new haircut. I'm feeling good. Had a good day today. It's a little bit late for me to be recording right now. Kids just went to bed, but I got some free time, and I was like, damn, I feel like playing some Battle Brothers. So, little bit of a surprise here. I think I already know what I'm going to name today's episode. We're rich. So, we're not rich yet, but we're about to be rich. So, what did I do off camera, guys? I took care... Alright, so I think where we left off last time, we were fighting those, my brain is mixing up like Warhammer and Battle Brothers terminology. I was about to say we were fighting those like Nakar and Tomb King vampires. No, we were fighting necrosavants. And that fight was just, for whatever reason, just RNG based. Like, our brothers just don't have the skills necessary currently in terms of like melee skill, range skill, to reliably hit those necrosavants. So I took that fight another 3 or 4 times. I beat it. What did I get for my trouble? Boom. Sir Baron's lizard headpiece. So I hate it when stuff like awesome like this happens off camera, but I'm glad it happened. We got one of the best helmets in the game. It's 331 durability. It's got, you know, -2 vision, not super relevant. You're not going to put this on an archer for sure. Maximum fatigue, -17. Not that bad for how good the durability is. But in a set, it also has some armor and a shield that you can make with it. But it makes you unaffected by acidic lindworm blood. So when you're fighting lindworms and they bleed all over you, they won't destroy your armor. Let's go ahead and read what it says for fun. This helmet must have once belonged to a daring and skilled hunter, for it's covered in the scales of a dreaded lindworm. Not only do the scales deflect blows and hits, but they also remain unscathed by the acidic lindworm blood. You might also notice we picked up this, the revered shell. I think this is the heaviest. I think this is the heaviest set of armor in the game. Don't quote me 100% on that, but I think it is. But this one rolled out at a 387. I think I've seen these at 400, which is insane. But it also weighs 39 fatigue. That's insane too. The only brother I have right now currently that can rock that is Rodrigo of Alcatani, and that's because his fatigue is really solid. And thankfully I do take brawny and stuff on all my battle brothers. But that's just a huge piece of armor. Where did I get that from? And we're going to look at my inventory in a second here. So what did I do, guys? I took that fight against the necrosavants. Wherever that might have been. It was somewhere around here in this area. And I just kind of explored real quick. I just did like a little circle. I took some real easy fights. I wasn't really trying to do anything spectacular off camera. You know, I was just trying to accelerate us a little bit. Make us some money so we could do some interesting stuff in today's episode. This was like a nothing fight. But this. So this was a fallen hero, a necromancer, and a bunch of armored weedegangers. Exactly the same as another fight we had taken in a previous episode, so I didn't really want to repeat it. But I crushed it. And we did great. Our brothers performed very well. Mostly because, check this out, we're rocking kopeshes. So I unequipped all the spears, and I equipped all the kopeshes, and then when we fought the ancient dead, or not the ancient dead, but the straight up undead, the kopeshes, I just decapitated all of them. Just non-stop decapitations. Even the Shamshir did some good decapitations. And I was able to stun out the fallen hero with the heavy southern mace. Then I stepped on him with Reynold. And something about stepping on them, the necromancers don't resummon them back. I haven't tested it. Someone in the comment section said that they think that's a thing. And I noticed it. I read this after I had already done it in combat. And I was like, huh. Why isn't the necromancer resurrecting the fallen hero? I didn't get it. But I think because I left Reynolds sitting on top of him for the most of the battle, he wasn't able to resurrect him. So take that with a grain of salt, but I think that might be a legit strat. So look at my inventory, guys. So I got the Shimmering Ashes. I still have these third eyes, which I don't even know exactly what I can use these for off the top of my head. We're probably going to sell at least 3 of them. I got 2 soul splinters for selling from those Alps. Silverware, silver bowls. I got 3 signet rings. 3 golden chalices, and just a bunch of regular gear to sell. Not to mention the 2 amazing sets, 2 amazing pieces of loot, and we're gonna sell them. I wanted to make sure I gave you guys the satisfaction of hearing that sweet ka-ching. I thought about, let's see, not selling stuff here. The prices here are good at 18, but I think if we hold off, and of course we turned in our contract from hunting down all those random nonsense monsters. I think if we hold off and sell at Al Hazred, the prices will be better. So maybe we do that instead. We don't exactly need the slots in our inventory right now. But what I did want to do is get some more brothers. Guys, I think I may have been a little bit misunderstanding this this run, and I don't know if it's because there have been changes or if it's because I just didn't remember correctly, right? I could have sworn that in the Peasant run, you could still get certain types of backgrounds that maybe you can't. I thought for sure we could get flagellants. I thought for sure we could get monks. And I thought we could get hunters. Hunters was kind of like iffy for me, but it doesn't look like we can get nomads, hunters. To me, of course, they're not highborn, but like, are they not peasants? Right? Is a hunter not a peasant? I don't know. I don't think that would be too broken. But I think we need to rely more heavily on footmen, or not footmen, rather militia, than we thought we might have to. And I see a background like gravedigger, and I think maybe we should try this guy out. And, you know, he's super cheap. He costs almost nothing. If he sucks, we just tell him to go home. But if he's good, we may have gained a new bro. And we have plenty of names on deck. So I want to make sure we get everyone into this Let's Play before it gets too much further on. We're still in the early stages, so no worries. Gisor got his start as a gravedigger by burying his baby brother. There's a look in the dead, they say, but there's also a look in those who have seen the dead. Gisor has now spent a life and a half staring at corpses. To the gravedigger, death is now but a science. Employed by a wagon train, Gisor traveled the land and dig it up. But one day his burial was suddenly undone, not by the buzzards or rats, but by the dead itself. Seeing such a sight, and having to bury the same man twice, no doubt compels a swift career change. Let's bring him on board and see, you know, maybe he's good, maybe he's not. Wow, what a fat rolls. Resolve fatigue. But he's greedy. Doesn't matter. He's a gravedigger. Even him being greedy, he still only wants 5 a day currently. And him being short-sighted also doesn't matter. So these might as well not even exist. That's fine. You know what this guy would really do well as? A flagellant. He could be a flagellant, bro. He's not there yet. Of course, he's going to need his stats. He's going to need to level. Yeah, and his... Oh, my God. Sorry about that, guys. That was probably super loud. That was my 9 o'clock alarm to make sure that I started doing something. Already took that exam. I'm good to go. No worries. But once he gets his stats, I'm not seeing any weakness on this guy. His initiative is low. And then without this, you know, pretty low stats. Could be a flagellant, bro. A light armored. I kind of even like putting him in gladiator armor. Because look, even with flagellants, I still think this is Battle Brothers. We can't go 1-for-1 like completely unarmored. But something like a gladiator harness might be the perfect flagellant armor. And flagellants don't use shields. So we can make him like a two-hander with like duelist. And now he uses double grip. But to keep him alive in the early game, I think we should just give him a kite shield. But I like it. I don't hate him. I think this is a cool bro. And we are going to change him. Let's see. Let me pull up. I got my phone here, obviously. Thank you, alarm. Very awkward. Oh, man. This name doesn't work. This one's... Okay, hold on. I got another one here. Let's see. Oh, I had a list. Where'd the second one go? Okay, this one's cool. This one is going to be Screamer. Let's see, I'm just going to put it exactly how it is for me. Screamer of the Ditties. And this is for Ed. Ed, you know who you are, man. I appreciate you watching. Glad we could finally get you in here. That seems... Screamer seems like a great name for a flagellant. Yeah. Happy to have you on board. We probably should tuck you in somewhere in the center. Not perhaps exactly on center, but this is a solid brother. I'm happy with that. And then I also wanted to get Magnus in here. So, broke and without work, Magnus joined his local militia. Even though he fought just as hard as the professionals, he found himself unable to garner any sort of respect for his work. After a year of traipsing around with shoddy gear, he decided to look for something a bit more to his liking. Sell swords. So we'll bring him in here, and hopefully he's good. He's irrational, which is good or bad, right? And he's got an iron jaw, so less likely to sustain injuries by 25%. 1 star in melee skill, 1 star in melee defense, 1 star in fatigue. I'll take that. This is a solid shield, bro, for sure. And you know, we'll hook him up there. Sure, why not? We'll just give him that and that for now. That's pretty basic stuff. Yeah, that's solid. But that puts us up to 15 men. We need one more. I'm going to hold off. There's a lot of good gear here, but not the armor caliber that I would like to see. A full helm would be a great pickup. But I didn't see any good armor. And then as far as weapons go, would love to get a Warhammer. The prices here are not good for buying, though. They're not terrible, but they're not good. I would love to get another two-handed hammer, and I would love to get a Warhammer. And a fighting axe. They have a lot of good stuff here, but we're going to pass. And we're going to go, finally. Hopefully, you guys weren't bored of me talking. But we've got a lot of other stuff to do, too. While on the march, you find a drunken nobleman tottering side to side on the path. Mussy is the name of his hair. Leaves and grass on what looks like bird shit swept up in it like someone stirred the ingredients to a prank. But his clothes sweep about with the finest of silks, and his fingers glisten with jewelry. He has a bottle in each hand, and he swings them around as he sings gibberish pub songs. He is in all regards the greatest magnet for a mugging you've ever seen. Magnus the footman purses his lips, and he looks like a wolf staring at a fat sheep. That is all the cue that I needed. Magnus looks like a wolf. I've got a character. Hold on. I got a character name right here. Oh my god, where is it? One sec. I think it was right. Wolf Bloodarm. A Knight of the White Wolf. I like it. For using an axe or hammer. Red hair with a beard. I like it. Okay. Yeah. That's cool. Okay. Perfect. That's going to be Wolf Bloodarm. Got it. I'm not saying nothing, sir. I'm just seeing it. That's a lot of juice. A lot of juice limping down the road. But again, I ain't saying nothing. You know what he's talking about. I think I've robbed this guy before. Let's rob him. I just want to see what happens. I don't remember what happens. I don't remember if something like good happens from not robbing him. But I kind of remember getting stuff from robbing him. So let's see what happens. Ooh, our relation has suffered. No. Okay. You walk up to the man and help him sit down. He grins as one of his bottles clanks off the path and rolls away. Thank up, sir. Just know will ya? Nodding, you hold his hand out and spit on his fingers, then roll the jewelry off and pocket them. He merely watches as though you were a physician treating a malady. The rest of your mercenaries strip him down and throw a goatskin tarp over him, and then leave him there. As you walk away, he asks if you know about the drink. Not you saying away the secret, but sirs, drinks are good. Yes, are they ever. Unfortunately, as you rejoin the company, Reynold the Sigmarite reports that a kid saw everything and scampered off. You ask why he didn't chase after him. He looks at you shrewdly. I'm not the scampering sort. Rest easy. So we took a signet ring, 66 crowns, and valuable furs, but our relation to House Gunbald has suffered. And we're at neutral with them. I'm cool with that. Whatever. Okay, what else do we have to do? We had a level here on Zawa here. A solid bro if ever there was one. We're going to take underdog on him at the moment, because he may still shape up to be an excellent two-handed bro. I'm going to take a 4 in hit points over any of these weaker defensive rolls. And I'm going to take a 3 in maximum fatigue. His fatigue is a bit low. He could stand to get buffed up a little bit. And then Magnus here. Tuck you in. And let's rename you. So let me get that, pull that name right back up. Actually, that event that just happened, I had something very similar happen to me when I was in the army. Where, hold on, let me type. I'm not a good multitasker when it comes to typing. Bloodarm. I like this too because it was also his idea to rob this guy. Alright, cool. So, when I was in the army, I was out with some buddies at a local restaurant. And there was another guy. We're going to take this fight. This is just free money walking right next to us. There was a guy on the bench out front of the restaurant, and he was drunk, and he was laying there. And I could tell, because I was in a military town, basically, that this guy was in the military. And he was young, shaved head, the whole deal. And I go up to him and I'm like, hey man, are you in the military? What branch are you? And he says, like, go F yourself. And I'm like, whoa, hold on, dude. He says, like, get away from me. And I'm like, okay, clearly he's drunk. Maybe he's a little scared. He doesn't know where he is, whatever. So, yeah. So, I say, look, man, I'm gonna get you in a cab. I'm gonna get you back on base safely. You're not gonna get in trouble. Nobody's gonna, you know, mess with you. And then once again, he says, F you, right? And he rolls over and, like, turns away from me. And I said, okay, man, I tried. And I left. And the next day, I'm sitting in my class. For those of you who don't know, I was a Russian linguist. That's what I was studying at the time. And there was a young lady in the Air Force, I do believe, who was in my class. And she was telling a story about a guy who got in a hell of a lot of trouble for underage drinking. And we'll just try and take him down. For underage drinking, he got caught trying to sneak on the post. And he got in a lot of trouble. So we were all kind of just listening to this story, not really thinking about it. And then she turns and she says, and he said the weirdest thing. And she was friends with him, I guess. She said he felt so bad because there was this guy who tried to help him, but he thought he was a cop. So he told him to F you and go away. And I was like, yeah, that was me. And she looked at me, she was like, no way. And I was like, yeah, that was me. I told her, like, exactly what day it was and everything. She was like, wow. Just like, what are the odds? But, yeah, underage drinking was a super big problem. I don't know if that story was any good. I don't know if the payoff was really good. It was just a weird coincidence. I tried to, like, help this dude out, and his whole life ended up ruined. Because he just, I don't know. He just, first off, it was his fault. He was underage drinking in the military, which doesn't mix. But secondly, someone offered him help and he didn't take it. I tried. I did my my due diligence looking out for a fellow service member. But it's not really anyone's job to, like, help underage dudes get away with drinking. I was never a big fan of that. Personally, I kind of just stay away from this stuff. I don't know about you guys. I've never been a big fan of alcohol. I just had my 31st birthday, and I can count on one hand, like, the number of times I've been drunk in my life. It's just not for me. I like being sober. I don't know. Maybe that's a personality thing. It probably is. Smash these zombies real quick. I just couldn't pass this up. This is just free payday. Go for the decapitations whenever we can. And these are such weak zombies. I was fighting them as if they were all, like, hardcore armored Wiedegangers, but they're not. This is a pretty simple fight. They're barely even armed. This could hurt a little bit, and we do have some brothers who aren't exactly, you know, up to snuff quite yet, like Wolf. But they'll get there. Ulfric's also pretty new. Damn. I think we've missed 2 attacks now with him. Okay. We're going to jump in here. I think I'm just going to send Reynold to try and go and take the fight to the Necromancer. Yeah, that was a long nothing story I told you guys. Sorry about that. But, oh man, I could tell you guys some crazy drinking stories from the army. I don't know if I should, but I don't think too many kids watch this. I don't mark my content for kids. I tried to for a long time because YouTube was basically forcing you to choose, like, is your content for kids or not? And I don't curse. Battle Brothers is debatably, you know, a kid's game. But I mean, when you're cutting zombies' heads off, for me it feels a lot less like a kid's game. But yeah, drunk stories. Man. I'll tell a real, like, abridged version. I had a friend, and I will call him a friend because I knew him as a person before I knew what he had done repeatedly. So I'm not going to turn my back on someone that I made friends with before I knew his history, you know what I mean? But there was a guy I knew, a friend, who I found out after the fact that I thought he was getting med boarded out of the army because of a medical condition that he had. And it came to find out he was an alcoholic, which is something that I think a lot of people can sympathize with. And when I found that out, I was like, oh, well, a lot of things kind of made sense at that point, you know, from his behavior sometimes and other stuff. But what I didn't know is exactly what he had done while drinking. That, you know, because people drink, right? In the army, a lot of people drink. And there's some people who drink for, you know, different reasons. Sometimes even, you know, almost medicinally, PTSD type stuff. So, you know, it's hard to judge anyone just for excessive drinking. But apparently this is what he was doing. This is why it's funny and why it's kind of messed up. He was drinking and defecating on his roommates while they were sleeping. And it was the second time he had done it in very recent times. And yeah, so they decided to kick him out. They sent him to a rehab, and I don't know if it took, sadly, because when he got back, he was kind of still in trouble. And I always felt bad for him because he was such an intelligent dude. Speak multiple languages. I know he had a beautiful, like, fiance, tall, kind of handsome guy. You know, it's just something in his life wasn't right. You know, and some people, alcohol just gets them, doesn't let them go. It's sad when you see people with a lot of potential. There's nothing wrong with drinking, guys. I don't want you to get that impression from me. But when you drink to the point where you can't handle your life and you have all kinds of good things going for you, and you just can't handle it, it was always so sad to see. Especially when it's a friend, you know. But I had no idea. I had no idea he was struggling with that for the whole time that we were friends. And as funny as it was to find out that that's what he was in trouble for, it was still kind of horrifying. Because lo and behold, I was hanging out with a guy who, like, compulsively craps on people. So, that wasn't very cool. Man. I was hoping for a little bit more from that fight, but experience is fine. Now that our company is such a prodigious size, we can't really pass... I'll take this for Effrit. We can't really pass on fights at all. Take a 3 in melee skill. 3 in fatigue and a 3 in resolve. I think we just have to take that. And then Jake here will go for Berserk. Yes, Berserk on everyone. You don't pass up Berserk, that's for sure. I hate that he's been getting these terrible rolls. A 4 in maximum fatigue is fine. A 4 in resolve is fine. And I guess I'm taking a 3 in range defense. My brothers have pretty good range defense. It's the melee defense we really have to worry about. Alright. Okay, even more loot to sell. I think we have some hand axes I'm repairing. Yes. Anything else that I should repair before I sell it? Not that I see. Okay. And you know what? We need more backliners. I'm inclined to pick up shepherds. I think shepherds are like the poachers of the south. Yeah, we gotta take this fight. The outlaws carry expensive weapons. I mean, hundreds and hundreds of crowns potentially worth of weapons. Pole mace. Something we could use. Some helmets here I'm seeing. And some more armor. We could pretty much always take. Alright, and we're going to start stepping forward. Go for the stun. Yeah, we don't want to get hit by that. I'm a little worried about our boy getting in there. He's new. We'll just reload here since we had to step forward. And just like that, we got a pretty sweet surround. Yeah, and I mean, on the flip side of like a funny story like that, even though I'm sure if you were that dude's roommate, it would not be very funny. I also got to see, not got to see, but had to see, several men that I really respected who struggled with alcoholism and PTSD. And sadly, I got to see them at their worst. It hurts. It hurts for sure. All I can say is I've always felt blessed that I never suffered from any of that. Didn't have those types of experiences. Man, we have put a lot of effort into taking out that one guy. It's kind of insane. Okay. We have massive surrounds here. Alright, we went for the stuns again, and this time we didn't get them. But the double javelin land. Very good. Alright, they're going to be faster than me, and they're going to land these stuns. Yeah, that pole mace hurt. Screamer should be okay, but it's hard to know. Surprised they're not routing, really. Get the bill hook out. 43%. Take the 23s. Yeah, we just need kills, man. We just gotta get these guys out of here. Freak them out. Went for the decapitation, didn't get it. Alright, that was very good. We missed our stun. And we're just gonna switch out to the axes too. 72%. I'm a little concerned about Screamer getting hit by another shot from the outlaw, but by breaking, his odds of hitting are pretty low, thankfully. But there was a good chance there. He could have killed us. Down he goes. Man, even these small groups, they can take a while to get through. Ack gets a level, Reynold gets a level, and for our trouble, we didn't get any of the stuff I was hoping to get, but I mean 178 crowns. Not bad. The scimitar is good for selling. Yeah, I would have liked to get the helmet or, something else. It's dawn, so we could probably get into an arena. Let's see what's up with that. Reynold gets a level just in time for the arena. What are we taking on Reynold? Let's see what his rolls are. Nice. Good 4 roll and melee skill. I'll take a 4 roll in fatigue as well. And probably just grab this 3 in melee defense. I'm cool with that. And then it's probably time for him to get reach advantage. Yeah, I think so. So, especially when he goes for his AoE attacks with the hammer, he'll be able to increase his own stats by landing shots. And then who else? We have one on Ack here, who we are also going to take Berserk. 4 roll and range skill, fine. A 3 in fatigue. This is a pretty pitiful resolve roll. I think he's going to end up having to get fortified mind, which is not my favorite thing to do. I think I'm just going to take a 3 in melee defense here. I'd like to get him up to 10 and then kind of stop. Okay, not my favorite rolls. But let's see what kind of money we can make now. The prices here should be outstanding. 20. 20 as opposed to 18. So, considerably higher. We're at, let's call it 3 grand just for the sake of my math brain. And see what we can get up to. Hopefully you guys like that cha-ching sound as much as I do. Because boy, do I love it. Now, I was talking to someone in the comment section about bludgeons and how you save them for the hexen fight. So obviously we had that hexen fight. We weren't exactly like super well equipped for it. A good strategy for taking them down, it's something I didn't even think to talk about. Okay, here goes the golden chalices. Boom, boom, boom. Is to use bludgeons on all your brothers. They're cheap. You can find them in almost every city, right? You can find a bunch of them usually. And when your brother gets, you know, hexed, you are not even hexed. It's like mind controlled or attracted or whatever they call it. You just bop them on the head. And if every brother has one, then every brother can stop every other brother from getting mind controlled. We'll sell these valuable furs we picked up. 2 soul splinters. Nice. Get rid of some of these third eyes. Probably get rid of one of these shimmering ashes. I don't think I need multiples of those. Let me get rid of 1 boar spear. And just like that, we're up to 13k. We made almost 10 grand from that. Pretty sweet, guys. And we could make a little more if I felt in the mood. But that's enough for now. That's awesome. We need supplies pretty badly. Like, we need every supply pretty badly. And unfortunately, the prices here to buy are not good. They have mirage sightings, but their warehouse burned down. That's what it is. Yeah, that's pretty terrible. I've got all this money and nothing to spend it on, sadly. We could probably take contracts and help them. Let's see what's going on with the arena. And I also wanted to see if they had any new characters for us. I feel like it might be time to try and take a thief. I was really looking for a shepherd, but we didn't get any this time. Sedan. Taken in by a local orphanage, it wasn't long for Sedan to start taking abuse from the lowly orphans. He fell back on thieving to survive. His time as a thief came to an end when, arrested, he spent 5 days pilloried during tomato season. Supposedly, somebody once shot an arrow at Sedan. They missed, but the thief kept the feathers. Interesting. I need more ranged characters is what I've kind of come to understand. I might pick him up. He's very cheap. If he sucks, we'll get rid of him. He's ripped. He's athletic. 3 stars in melee skill. 1 in range skill. 1 in melee defense. Damn. Sedan is pretty sweet. He could make a pretty cool, like, dagger bro. Or a 2-hander bro, honestly. He's gonna need gear, though. Hopefully he doesn't steal from me. Man, do I need to buy him some of this expensive gear that I don't want to have to waste money on? I think not. I think we'll just keep him safe in the meantime, and we'll get him some gear. That's not a problem. We'll go to a different city. Let's see what kind of stuff there is to do in the arena here. 6 Effrits. I think we can do this. I accept. And we got to do that before we do any of the missions. But I think we can beat 6 Effrits on some of our heavy bros like Reynold. He only needs 2 more arena victories to win. But AoE, hammers, this type of stuff is going to be great. But we might want to keep our bros separate. Who else will we bring in? Oh, Uldric is about to level. We can use him to tank. And then we can split these 2 up and give room around them for the swinging of their AoE. I think that's fine. Wish me luck. This is kind of a new strat. And I definitely want to name that thief too. I need to pull up more names. There's so many. Alright, so they formed up into 2 big guys. I don't need to move Uldric at all. So I want to have the option to use a round swing. This might be a good strategy. This might be a terrible strategy. Because it might just be better to have all of our weapon strength on, you know, to be able to focus. If they're going to come in super slow on me. Okay. Sure. Let's do that in case they, I want to give them a target to throw at. Alright, round swing. And we nail them. You know what? I think this is fine. Just one brother with the AoE. But we need to be able to focus these things. Yeah. Okay, let's see what they do. Good hit. I'll wait here. I might be playing too conservative. I'm trying to, like, develop a different strategy. But it's probably just not even necessary. I feel like they're going to throw in. Looks like maybe they hit his own guy. Good hit. And I think Uldric, he must have Berserk. He swung an extra time. But as long as we can prevent them from getting, like, these guys might end up nice. Okay, let's take this swing. They might end up getting back together if we can't beat them down. And we beat them down very well. Wow, easy peasy with these big weapons. And consistent damage. And just like that, and Rodrigo gets a level 2. And that was 1,000 crowns. And Uldric is now an arena fighter, so an excellent +5 resolve for him, putting him over 50. Very solid. Try and put our brothers kind of back in order here. And a level up for him. What does that mean for him? He is a sword master who's currently using an axe, but that's okay. We should probably just give him reach advantage as well. Hope for some big melee skill rolls. That's not terrible. His fatigue is almost just like maxed out completely. I guess I'll take a 3 in range defense. Not my dream, but that's okay. And then let's see what kind of contracts we have. More Effrits. For 2K, I'll accept this. Pause it. What kills people in the desert? I don't see any tracks. Ah, finally, okay. Having finally gathered the coin and equipment, you manage to assemble a full complement of 16 able-bodied men. When next you walk down Al-Hazred's main street, the men break into a full-throated marching song. A few of the townsfolk mutter under their breath about dirty mercenaries taking over the town, but others walk alongside and shout the words with you. Stand tall, brothers. People can see this is a real mercenary company now and not a handful of rabble. Rodrigo of Al-Qatani declares, we trade in strength, and now that our numbers have gone up, so will our price. It appears he has the right of it. You notice one particularly fat merchant sizing up the company as if he already has a task in mind. The sons of Sigmar are now a force to be reckoned with. Once the men have settled in for the celebratory drink, perhaps you should take another stroll through the town to see if any more lucrative contracts may be available. So, finally, that triggers, which also means, boom, campfire stuff. So, I talked quite a bit about getting us the paymaster for 3,500 crowns up front. It would reduce the daily wage of each man by 15%, which, okay, so we have way more men normally than a normal run. 5 more to be exact. 5 more men. But we're talking about 15% of our daily wages, which are currently 244 crowns per day. This will go up. This will go up a lot. Probably double. So let's call it, I mean, I don't want to double it right now because it won't be double for quite some time. But as our brothers level, their crowns per day, their daily wage will go up. And as we get up to 25 brothers who also level up, I mean, that's the other part of it. So it will go up. But we're talking about 15% off the top. So that's an easy, like 37 crowns right now per day. So it takes a while for it to get you your money back at this rate. But once, man, if we were playing the Gladiator run, that would have been so sick. But there'll be a point where this is like netting us like 75 crowns a day, which for a campaign that could run 400, 300 days to finish it, I see it as pretty valuable. I'm trying to talk myself into it. It's not a super exciting one because it's more of a passive. I like that it reduces the chance of desertion, but that's never really been a problem for me. And prevents men demanding more pay is nice, considering we have 1 or 2 people who are greedy. I want to get the bounty hunter, but I need 1 more named or legendary item, because I want to face champions. I also want to get the drill sergeant because my men are... You know what? We might go for the drill sergeant. This is a good chance for us to test it. Cartographer's cool because it's just straight up money. But the drill sergeant, let's see what it does. The drill sergeant was a mercenary once, but an injury ended his career prematurely. Now he drills discipline into your men and yells a lot to make sure that everyone learns from their mistakes. So at level 1, your men get bonus 20% experience, dropping down by 2% for each level. And then men in reserve never lose mood, which is great because we're going to have a lot of men in reserve for a long time. This is a pretty good one. Because I'm going to hire him. One of our biggest complaints has been that we don't level up fast enough. We have 2 more slots still. I could even upgrade my cart, but that hasn't really been an issue. So I'm going to hold off on doing that, even though I have the money. 14 serpents. That's not what I want. While tracking the mysterious Effrits, you come across an old crone who has feet like leather. She bows at your appearance. Ah, slaves of the coin. Is it Effrits you seek? Of course, I can see it on your faces. She pauses and points out towards the dunes where you're heading. We are of these lands, understand? We are one with them. And when we banish and harm and be cruel to one another, the sands take to the sides of those who have been wrong. Fear yourself not the monster, but the reason it has been created, for the reason permeates these sands. And in that reason you shall slay but one monster, but not salt the waters, which cause it to spring eternal. Watch where you step. Holy crap, I can't see myself. 13 hexen. This is the exact same fight we struggled to take last time. Dang it. I wish my brothers weren't so injured. Me not having armor for him feels pretty unacceptable. I feel like I need to buff this with something. But durability is probably not what we need to put on this. Initiative, not super relevant either. We need to keep those for our any light armor that we might get. 14 serpents. We had trouble fighting like 6 of them not that long ago. But these hexen, I think it's payback time. And I'm hoping the Effrits are right here. There they are. And there's only 11 of them. Let's crush this fight, please, for the love of God. Crush this fight. We're going to make sure that Sedan isn't in trouble. Hope that she jumps forward and lets us snipe her. Jump right here. Damn. And he's going to kill Sedan right away. Right off the bat. Alright, and we are whiffing every single shot. But what we should have done is get our banner out to try and lower the chance. Alright. God dang it, game. I could see that coming from a mile away. I was like, she's just gonna like straight up insta-kill our boy. I hate you. I hate this fight so much. I'm cursed. Alright, you find the Effrit holding a distended sense of an arm down toward the earth. Sand blows out the arm and the grain press a dead body into the desert. The force ripping away the clothes and then peppering open the flesh. Then it is stripped to the bone entirely, and when the Effrit is done, it turns to you and ferociously growls, charge. Alright, let's do this. Reading all that made my throat dry. All this desert stuff. We just sit back. I think Effrits are a pretty chill fight in terms of like positioning. We just wait for them to come to us. And then we just need to kind of survive the initial barrage where they throw their chunks at us. Not get too antsy. and try and pick off the ones we can. There's going to be some big boys here for sure. See if we can snipe this one down. Obviously it looks like, yeah, ranged weaponry not the best. Even armor piercing, yeah, that doesn't do anything. We're better off just trying to like take down the armor. But trying to do HP damage to them is useless. It's okay. We have the manpower now to wrap them up, crush them. We saw how well just 3 of our brothers did versus them. We'll just wait. Everyone should wait. The big boys are going to throw in. And we're going to see when and if we can... Okay. When and if we can destroy them. Pick them off, surround them, whatever, as they get closer. Yeah, I'm just going to pass. Pass here too. Kopesh, not the best weapon versus these, but still has solid damage. Billhook will do great versus these dudes. Little hesitant to jump in with Wolf. Kinda want to lock the big guy down in melee. And I want to be conservative with our new bros. Screamer being among them, but he had an opportunity there to do something different. To get that kill. I honestly wasn't even expecting it. Happy he got it though. Step in here for the better surround. And we're just hoping that they don't merge. We just don't want them to merge at awkward times. Let's switch. I don't even want to shoot. You're gonna chill. Okay, one more bites the dust. We're getting these like these craft. I think these are the crafting ingredients, and not the valuable pieces. I cannot see. Is there a way to rotate? No. Oh, there we go. Step in there. Let's get the pike out too. And if we break this thing... Can I push this? Probably not, right? If I break this, I kill one of the little ones inside of it. And then we split them up into another, like, manageable piece. Good. Kind of messing up a little bit with my positioning on Rodrigo. Ah, wasted DPS whenever that happens. It feels so bad. We'll wait here. I don't want to step in with Screamer. Happy that they're deciding to spend their turn attacking like Zawahar there with the big guy. Because he's going to turn out... I mean, that's not very effective. This is a lot of Ifrits in one big form, and it just did nothing. We can definitely kill these two easily this turn, I think. Let's come over here. A little bit of backup, but not too close. I like the brothers that we picked up. I think they're all pretty solid. They've got potential. Step in there. The stars are all in the right place, you know? And I'm also happy that we have shields basically surrounding the big one. He's on the high ground, which is, you know, super dangerous. There we go. Axe bro on the right target finally. Okay, I'll take that. And they split themselves up so easily. This is a little sketchy. We've got a lot of bros here that can help Sudan, but he's not wearing armor, basically. Nice, and he misses another attack. That's so clutch. We're not in great shape if they hit us. Shield wall. Don't hit me, bro. I have enjoyed all of my Effrit encounters so far. They feel tactical. They feel like my decisions matter. Which, I mean, it should always feel like that, you know? But sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes the RNG feels so overwhelming. That it can feel like no matter what I do, like, my decisions don't matter that much. And because we have the surround here, we basically killed off a ton of them without actually having to kill them. Now, that kind of sucks, I think, because we're not getting the benefit of the crafting ingredients that we would get from the little individuals. I believe. So it might be better to let this guy out just to try and farm more materials from him. But who am I kidding? I prefer an easy fight. That dude hit hard. That was the first time one of these guys have hit me from this position, and that hit hard. And I think we need to focus on him, because I think we've got this pretty easy. Yeah, I didn't want to miss there. We need to just make sure that Screamer doesn't go down at this point. And he finishes the guy off himself, so he's fine. And we pick up 2 levels for our trouble. And we also get 3 sulfurous rocks, which we know are used for crafting grenades. Fire pots. The battle is over, but the Ifrits do not depart entirely. The sands which made their bodies bubble, and the stones which frame their bodies shift and tremble angrily. You can hear the hiss not of some monstrosity at all, but what is clearly the sound of humans. They hiss, the sound right at your ears. You twist around to find nothing. They hiss behind you again, and this time when you turn around the noise is gone, and the sands are still and the stones earth-bidden as they should be. The beasts are slain, and possibly whatever inhabited them too. It is time to return to Radan al-Dani, the high priest. So for 2,000 crowns, that was worth it. I would love to kill these serpents, but unless some conscripts or whatever want to come out of their hidey holes and help me, I don't really want to take that fight. And they're chasing me. They're chasing me, guys. I might just sell these, to be honest. I want to make grenades, but I think when the time comes, we're just going to buy them. We're just going to buy a ton of grenades. When the moment's right. There is an alchemist here, correct? Yeah, but we need a taxidermist. Yeah, we have some problems. Those will go away soon. Burn down warehouse. Feels bad, man. Yeah, I think I'm just going to sell these. Or at least 2 of them, maybe. I'll hold on to some of them. We need food. Get some more rice. Some more cheese. And we'll see what the contract is. What time of day is it? It's dusk? Yeah, we'll take the contract. Beasts. Okay. Hunt down what terrorizes them. I need some time to think about it. I think we just take it. We got nothing else going on. I'll fight those snakes if you guys come out and help me. Oh, great. And I left my phone not on silent. 10 hyenas? That's a pretty easy fight for us. At night, it becomes a little bit more of a struggle. And Screamer, we need to level him up. Let's get him Colossus. 3 in melee skill. We'd love to see that. Let's take a 4 here in fatigue. And I'm also going to take a 5 in hit points. Let me just make sure. Oh, these other rolls are quite spectacular as well. But I think these are the most important rolls we're going to get. Screamer would have been an excellent like backup sergeant as well. And then we'll do the same thing here for Wolf. Make sure he gets some extra HP. Give him some extra survivability here. That'll help put him over the top. And then we'll take a 3-3 in melee skill and fatigue. Alright. I mean, pretty good. 10 hyenas should not be a problem. Even if they're all frenzied, we should be able to clear these guys out pretty quickly. You can tell if they're frenzied because they're frothing at the mouth, and it looks like they're all frenzied. So this will be a tough fight. And we don't have to land a lot of shots, but it would be nice to land a couple, you know. We're going to pull back in some of our positions. It looks like they're trying to flank. And yeah, even like landing a single shot there is solid. Yeah, that's not so good. Ulfric is not in good shape. We don't want him to be the poster child for that fight. Let's go ahead and just get out our melee weapons. That's all good. And we'll split off into like 2 pockets here. Oh, crap. There's a couple regular hyenas in the mix. Get the bill hook going. Yeah, missing that felt pretty terrible. Shield wall. I think we're just going to have to weather the storm a bit. We'll see what they do. Good bleeds. Khopesh is pretty good weapons against anything that's, you know, that bleeds. And now the overwhelm is going to be applied massively. Our chances to hit are going to be low, but I mean, if they don't hit me very much, Justin's a bit in trouble. He's in a lot of trouble, actually. Man, I don't know if we can save him. We can do something really foolish, like try and give them a better target. That was a 53. That was a good shot. Alright, one of the guys attacking him, we have a shot of breaking him. Don't hit him. Damn, they hit. Okay, they hit him in the head. Oh, he attacked 3 times. That's a lot of bleed. Okay, we're freaking them out. Alright, this is solid right here. But with triple bleed, man. Super feel bad. Yeah, that's a regular hyena and we break him. I'm gonna step in. Oh no, Ulfric, man. That's a regular hyena, so less dangerous. Rotation coming up huge, as it does. Many a brother would die without rotation. And Zawa here's got the stats. Take a few hits. And I jumped in with zigzagging off on purpose. Just to hopefully try to distribute some of this overwhelm. And some of this damage. He's armored. I mean, he can take a few hits. Okay. Let's step in here. Switch to the pike. Beautiful. 2 down. Ulfric, you can do it, buddy. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Long axe, don't fail me now. It did not. Pike's not failing me. Everything's coming up, Brett, y'all. And saying my name just kind of made me remember that there's someone writing fan fiction in the comment section that is awesome, and I just wanted to give them a quick shout out because they're pretty much, I definitely don't think they're new to writing it because their writing is quite good. But it's Ultimate Power has been writing pretty awesome and well written, adding to the great like collection of, I'm not gonna call it fan fiction exactly, but like, you know, stories to go along with our daily episodes. Unlimited Power, Peter's been writing for pretty much every episode, so you guys know who you are. If you see those things in the comment section, please give them a thumbs up. Because they deserve it. It's a lot of effort to do that, and I always appreciate it. Whenever I'm on like my exercise bike or something at night, I take some time and read them. Because they are well worth the read. I think we're fine here. I don't think we're going to die from the bleed, but it's kind of a gross, close thing. We're going to run them down, but if I die from the bleed, I'm going to be quite upset. No, okay, the bleed's over. And even Sedan gets to get in there and get a kill. And down they go. Well, yeah, we're not going to let them get away. Ooh, saber tooth. This is the first time I've ever gotten one of these. An extraordinarily large tooth that can probably be sold for some crowns to people who would want to pretend that they hunted down a fearsome beast. And then 3 hyena furs, which is exactly how many we need to make another fur mantle. So that's great. I just realized we've been recording for an hour, but I'm still good to go. Oh my god. No, 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 no. Leave me alone. You dang serpents. I'm 15% faster than them, thanks to our companion. Otherwise, that would be quite difficult. I wanted to get another brother if we could today. Alright, they're still having problems. Even though their warehouse is no longer being burned down, they still need to get a delivery in order for us to benefit from that. And the prices on tools, thankfully, have chilled out. We also need some medicine. And food. We need, like, everything. So I can sell these saber tooth. That's great. Make us a little bit of extra there. Because we just kind of spin a lot, too. And in the arena... Oh, wow. What is this one? A squiggly line. Okay, serpents. 5 snakes. Huh. I think we can beat 5 snakes. And win a piece of gladiator gear. Hopefully a helmet, because the helmets are freaking sick. Alright, same deal. He's about to become an arena master. I liked Uldric last time too. And I definitely like Rodrigo, just in this huge heavy armor. We're leaning on them pretty heavily. Like someone like Jake could come in there and do good work too. With the Kopesh. I think we need to get him up to master. Just because he's our sergeant. That way his resolve is even higher. It'll give him another like free 5. And that way we don't have to spend any points in Fortified Mind in his perks. It'll be high enough naturally. And then we got a level here on Sedan, who we will name. I don't know if we're going to get to it today. That's a pretty poor roll for how good his rolls can be. We'll take a 4 in resolve for now. I'll take a 3 in melee defense. These are awkward rolls, but we're kind of filling in some gaps. Okay. But this is a good squad for killing snakes, I think. Let's do it. Wish me luck. We've had bad snake luck in the past. But with a little bit of strategery, we'll back up 1. And that should force them, we hope. Alright. Y'all come in. They'll be shy. Right? And then we'll be able to step in and maybe get a hit or 2 before... Yeah, this guy. You done, son. We'll just step in here just to do it. This, however, we need to hit. And this one, we need to hit. Alright. Cool. Now let's get pulled around. Or just hit. And Battleforge is going to hook us up here. Our odds to hit this guy are pretty damn good, considering we're going to shield wall here instead of attacking. Considering we had a triple surround on him. My shield wall? Okay, that ruined shield wall. That's good to know. It makes sense that it does. And we're staggered as well. But just having good pieces of armor makes such a difference in these fights. We also need to land our attacks. We've missed a lot. We'll open that up. Last thing I ever want, guys, is to get salty about how many attacks I miss. I don't want to be that guy. But that feels pretty bad. And I think we just need to survive with Jake. I don't want to have to do this again. But they're landing like really low rolls and we're missing 70s. Like, we missed 70, 70, 70, 63, 63, 63. And they're landing like 23s consistently. So I'm not going to feel too bad if I got to retake this fight. Because I feel like they're going to kill Jake. Even though Jake's defensive stats are pretty high. Yeah, we just missed again. Whew. The game is not rooting for me. Okay, okay. All right. I think we can all agree that that one was a little rough. Our strategies were sound, our brother choices were good. I think we could have tried to not split so much maybe, but they did pull me. I mean, it's not like I intentionally put Jake out there. We missed even our opening swings, which we were counting on to do some serious damage. Perhaps even take a Serpent out on the first turn. Probably could have put Reynold right here. That way he wouldn't have to, yeah. If he was right here right now, we could hit with all of them. So that's a little bit of an evolution of strategy. In and of itself. And we need to expect for Jake to get pulled. Someone's going to get pulled. Okay. We're going to go for one of these other hits. I'm going to jump down. Let's see what they do with that. Okay. We still have a triple surround on this guy in the center. Jake will... They're going to hard target him. He's got a 4-man surround on him. We need to just shield wall. Luckily, he was able to block a lot of that. I went for the round swing there for the AoE. I'm going to do the same thing here. And we flip and whiff everything. Alright, we've got 2 snakes on the verge of death. I'm hoping some of them choose to target Reynold. Okay, they missed anyway. Gonna take the 87. Thank you. That's all we really needed. Just to pop off a little bit. There you go, Jake. Just dodge a couple of attacks. Too tired to do a shield wall. Yeah, there we go. That's what we needed. Did not mean to pass his turn, but that's okay. We didn't completely pass it. And we whiff anyway. Don't kill Jake. And big whiffs. Into double bleed. He's dead. I just want to make sure we get the experience. Not a thing. Okay. We did it. For a piece of gladiator gear and 1,000 crowns. We got the gladiator helmet. Hell yeah. Are you not entertained? The battle's over, but a shadow suddenly crosses the ground. In a flash, you unsheath and slash the sky. Flower petals shower your glistening body, and you catch the rest of the bouquet in your teeth. A woman stands there, fanning herself. I wondered why you didn't fight, she says. You sheathe your blade and tie the bouquet to your belt. You tell her that if you fought, it wouldn't be a fight at all. The fan goes weak at her knees and finds comfort on the ground. Before leaving, you tell her to drink plenty of water and make sure she stretches in the mornings. I once went to see a chaplain during a hard time in my life when I was in the army, and I was, you know, just looking for somebody to talk to. And chaplains are kind of like army priests in a way, depending on what your like faith is. But yeah, they're just supposed to be there to help you and to talk to you. And this guy, he asked me if I was drinking enough water and if he thought maybe I could do some more PT. That was his great solution to my my problems. And you know what? Maybe he was right. Maybe I just needed some more PT in my life. PT being like physical training. But I was just like, are you serious, dude? Like, I had like real stuff going on in my life that I felt like I needed to talk to someone about. And he was like, nah, dude, you need to drink more water and do more PT. I was like, okay. There you go. So that was extremely lucrative. 1,000 crowns plus a very expensive helmet, and it looks sweet as hell. So 225. That's perfect for Jake. I feel like he earned it after that fight, that's for sure. And that'll allow us to take the Nomad head wrap off of Sedan. But we want to spend some of this cash. I mean, we're like dripping in money right now. 2,250 for the next unlock. We're at 1,812. There are no contracts here for us, so we're going to need to like scoot out of here if we're going to get something done. We are, man, we're at an hour and 12 minutes as far as the recording goes. Ah, great. So what is the new deal? Wild beasts. Defeat 5 packs of beasts. We should be able to do that pretty easily. Mundane armors won't do. Have at least 6 armors with attachments. Buy them, loot them, or have taxidermists craft them for you. Then combine them with the armor of your men. Discover 8 hidden locations. I would like to do this. I think we're very close to this. Hopefully, let's see. How many do we have? Does it tell me? Hard to tell. Let's go to Hakim Al-Ramal. Because, okay, let's see how many we actually have. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's it. And I have 2 in my inventory. I could always just buy some. Let's see what they have when we get to the armorer here. I'm interested in this fight. We're a little beat up. Ooh, they got serpents too. How many? 12? Yeah, you guys can kill each other. Those serpents destroy them. They didn't lose a single serpent. Christ. I will only fight those things at daytime. I'm not fighting them at night. And they have shepherds, which is what we were looking for. We have Aslam, Abani al-Sal. This guy is super cheap because he doesn't have a sling with him. So he might be the guy I take because I don't want the sling. Yeah, let's see what he says. Enthralled by a sheep herding competition, Sedan took to shepherding as a surprisingly competitive vocation. However, the loneliness of his life finally got the shepherd. He looks like he wouldn't hurt a fly, but with good training you can see it to it that he'll hurt a lot more than that. Let's hire him. I'm hoping that these guys are like poachers. Stars in range skill, basically. 3 in fatigue, 2 in hit points. He's got a fear of beasts and he's irrational, which isn't great. But I think we can do something with him. And I kind of want to take another one, honestly. And start training him up. Let's take Aslam here. More colorblind than a dog. Always enjoyed the company of color-friendly sheep. But one day, textiling while tending, he led every last sheep over a cliff. Textiling while tending. That's hilarious. The world doesn't usually turn to shepherds in its time of need, but this is one very needy world at the moment. I love whoever wrote that. I know I butchered reading it, but that was hilarious. And this guy is insecure. Man, he'll never be confident, but 3 stars in range skill. You can't argue with that. Okay. I mean, that is what it is. Not bad. Crossbow, of course we need bolts for it. So that's 2 decent ranged bros I'm happy to have. I'm going to need some bolts. I need some armor as well. See what's in the armor. Man, there's junk in here. I was hoping for good stuff, and instead I got a bunch of junk. Very, very expensive junk. I could just grab these linothoraxes. Probably should have held on to that, and man, I definitely should have held on to this until I got the bolts for my crossbow. Otherwise, that guy's just going to be useless. And we have no handguns for sale. I would buy a handgun right now if I could. In fact, I'm going to buy the powder bag in anticipation of getting a handgun at some point. We can make happy powder. So cocaine, got it. To make our brothers have good moods. I'm going to make this hyena fur mantle. Anything else we can do here? I mean, I love this helmet. We haven't had one of those yet, but the prices just aren't right. We could use food and we could use tools and supplies. I want to get some of our new brothers in. I guess this kind of makes sense. We'll do this for now. This is terrible. I need bolts for that. What is this contract? Annihilating monsters. 900. Sure. Might do this in the next episode. We're running very long today, but I've had a good time. I mean, we're getting it done. Let's just... You know what? I like to always end the episodes on kind of a good note and getting rid of our brother's injuries. If there was a tavern here, we would all have a good drink. But I think we're in a good place. We've got a lot of money. The cities in the south have been very kind to us. In fact, we're going to buy some more food for sure. All the basics of adventuring that we need to have. And then we just need armor. We need a few weird pieces of stuff. I mean, in the meantime, I think whatever. Something. We need handguns. I really wanted to give these 2 guys handguns and set to work with having some handgun bros. But we've got 3 bros that need names. We have names, I think, in the bank. So we're good to go with that. But look for them to be named next time. Oh, we have some paint. Ooh, can I paint anything? Is there anything like worth painting? Can you paint these? You can't. You can't paint this, right? That's a big negative. Can you paint even... No, I don't think you can paint these. Can you paint these? Yes. Yes, you can. Why not? Aldrich, enjoy your fancy hat. And guys, that's going to be it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. As always, my name is Brett. Channel's Goodtalk Gaming, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care, y'all.